This video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and while supplies last, if you mention Saffron Olive in your order notes, we'll hook you up with a free Saffron Olive sticker with any Card Kingdom order.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fish 5-0 with me, yours truly, your host, Krim, also known as the Asian Avenger. Today we've got a fun one. I play this on stream courtesy of a viewer named Sylvr. Thank you so much for making the fun possible. On stream we did quite well with the deck, so I figured let's make a video out of it because it was just a lot of fun. It's my type of playstyle, which is a little bit of a troll deck. Yes, as you can see, we've got nothing but a bunch of counterspells, Tamiyo and Teferi. And Tamiyo will buy us back our counterspells and all that stuff, but what this really is a mill deck. I know it doesn't look like it up front, but it is a mill deck. And how it works is, well, we use Folio of Fancies, like these three cards that you see here, Rule of Law, Wilderness Reclamation. So we try to just control the game long enough, and then just have Folio of Fancies on board, as both players will have no maximum hand size. You can pay XX, each player draws X cards, and pay 3, each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into their graveyard. So you can definitely load your opponent's hand up with a bunch of cards, as you'll have cards like Wilderness Reclamation, as you saw. But yeah, and then you'll just mill them with the activated mode that costs 3. And how we'll get to that is quite simple. I mean, we'll use things like Rule of Law. This will kind of like dial back on the drawback of them drawing a ton of cards, because opponents will only be able to play one card a turn. So will we, so we have to play it carefully so we don't lock ourselves out. But the card is sweet, and as you've already seen from my previous videos, I love me some Rule of Law plus Teferi, because, you know, it really teaches opponents to just play on their turn and wait their turn. It's great. And then you get to play cards like Wilderness Reclamation to ensure that you never tap out. So that means that you get to also float a ton of mana with Folio of Fancies, make both players draw a ton of cards, untap, take your turn again, and now you've got a full grip of cards, probably a bunch of counterspells, and then now maybe you find a Rule of Law, and then you just lock them out. They only can play one spell a turn, and if you have Teferi, that's one spell on their turn, and you'll usually have a counterspell for it, so then their turn is done. And that is how we're looking to win, and I know we'll make some people mad, so let's see how we do in the league. All right. We're up against King Irwin here. Let's see. All right. I like this hand, sure. It has my favorite card. 2 favorite things in Standard right now. I guess I'll just play the Fabled Passage and pass. All right. Opponents got a Dismal Backwater. So we have double... We don't have double blues, so at some point we should get that. I think that's going to be more important for the early game, considering how many spells we've got. I'm just going to play Hollowed Fountain tapped. No need to do anything else about that. If they're just straight blue-black, like Dimir Control, Rule of Law will be tough for them to actually deal with. And we'll have to see if that ends up locking them or us out. Who will get locked out by this Rule of Law? Darn it, not me. Or my opponent, because they're probably going to rip it from my hand. No point in them ripping... They thought Erasure us. There's no point in them ripping Teferi, because we have 2. Wilderness Reclamation is a concern for them, seeing as how we do have the mana. Cool. I wonder if this is Dimir Mill. It looks like it might just be Dimir Mill. Alright, at least we know the land is not going to come into play untapped, so they can't go like Mystical Dispute on us or anything like that. And unless they have Rankle, I'm not crazy concerned about anything. Oh, so they're Grixis. Alright, I'm going to draw a card first. Well, behind every great Teferi is another Teferi, so why not? Alright, there's Narset. This will be a pickle. It looks like it's Fires. I also don't know where all of our counter spells are. Well, I know where they aren't. In my hand. Alright. So we won't be able to use our Teferis to draw anything. It's Grixis Fires coming from the opponent. I don't know if... so the thing here is we have an issue with Planeswalkers, and that is known. Cool. We don't have anything. We only have another Teferi, so that's the only thing that's changed, plus another land. Maybe they rip this Time Wipe. I thought they would. Well, as long as they don't rip the time wipe, if they use Sarkhan to animate and then swing, we can blow everything up. Well, we got around. Alright, let's do that. We can't draw anything anyways.
I've got it.
Reasoning behind that is because we already drew for the turn. Narset's going to lock that out. So we have to wait until the end of their turn to try to draw. We whiffed completely on our counter spells, unfortunately, but hopefully we find them soon. Maybe we'll draw one this turn. Alright, well, I'm not going to fire off another one because we can't use it, so... Or we can't draw with it. I have to assume they're probably sitting like Murderous Rider or something like that. Like Murderous Rider. Yep, there's Fires of Invention, as expected. Alright, so let's go and play another Wilderness Reclamation. Pass to them. I mean, if we draw Folio or anything like that soon, we got a lot going. Wow, their hand must be pretty loaded. Well, I guess I'll drop this Plains into play. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
That's more like it.
Alright. Let's just wait until they draw. I mean, like, how many cards do we need to really, like, realistically hit here? Nope, we did not get to set it in their draw step, unfortunately. I thought I paused it, but it might have undone itself. Like, we don't get to draw any cards with this, by the way, because they have Narset. So our game plan is just to mill them with all the cards they have in hand. Well, we can draw one card, I guess. That's not bad. I mean, they're holding on to something here. They do have the access to probably, like, cards like Bedevil and whatnot. Alright, cool. So we milled them. All those lands. That's sweet.
I'll protect you.
How many... Okay, let me think about this here. They have... Let's calculate the mana real quick. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, right? Then we get to float 8. 8 again. That's more than... So let me think. There's 3, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2... that's more cards milled by them. It's fine. If we're going to draw, we're going to do it on their turn. Cool. So they're down to 23 cards. Do they have Bedevil? They must have like a ton of Bedevils. Alright, cool. So we'll be able to counter this. Nice. So we can grab Tamiyo. Tamiyo hits the board. We can go and grab... Ooh, Rule of Law. Okay, you know what? No, let's play it smart. Let's do this. Did we really not hit another counterspell? How heartbreaking. That's quite unfortunate. Alright then. Well, at least we can't discard anymore. Alright, after they draw, we'll mill again. Alright, sweet. They have 14 cards left in their deck. Sure. Looks like that's a Fires of Invention from the opponent. That's fine. Alright, let's think about this here. We have Absorb, so we're going to grab Absorb.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
Sweet! We hit double Absorb on that one. And now this should be enough to... 3, 6, so I'll do this once.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
And then wait till their turn. Do it again. 3, 6, 7. So that's their... They mill the rest of their cards. Alright, nice. And then we just get to hold up double Absorb. On to the next one. Now, normally, if we're able to hit Rule of Law, they're restricted even more than what we allowed them with. Ashiok's more mill, Sinister Sabotage, Mystical Disputes, Vetoes. Maybe Brazen Borrower, that feels like a good one. Stealing Stuff. Almost feel like everything comes in. Is it not just everything comes in? I feel like almost everything in our deck is what we want. Not the Root Snares. I mean, the Time Wipes are, like, passable. Let me think. I mean, Stealing Stuff from them, pretty solid. Do we have enough for all of this? Let's think about it. Mystical Dispute's pretty good for Narsets, things like that. Nicol Bolas. But these get much worse. They get much worse, actually, if I don't draw them early. Maybe on the play I could keep them. I could play like a Brazen Borrower. That doesn't sound like the absolute worst. And it's something that actually hits their Planeswalkers, so that's good. Alright. Go down a Wilderness Reclamation. All right, let's try that. Go down a few Wilderness Reclamations. We don't need that many. We only like 1 or 2. That was a meme. That was a meme. They did get mana stuck for quite some time, and it didn't help that we threw away all their lands. Ugh. Okay, as long as we don't go whiffing on, like, the Drawn from Dreams again like we did last time, where we only hit, like, we hit the non-counter spells, which is a surprise because we have so many. And since they don't have Teferi, we're good. We just gotta watch out for them making us discard all our cards. But Tamiyo will help with that, hopefully. Veil of Summer, pretty decent. Now, they can go into the sideboard and grab stuff that blows up enchantments. I assume like Casualties of War, stuff like that. They probably have Chandra in the deck. I'll try this. Hopefully we get another blue source. We have a Wilderness Reclamation in hand. We have Brazen Borrower to bounce any kind of problematic permanents they might play. Alright, that's not another blue source, unfortunately, but let's think about it here. I mean, we went down some Reclamations. Alright, so they're going to probably Thought Erasure us here. Sure. So it's either Brazen Borrower, Wilderness Reclamation. Like, Absorb is decent, too. That's like a solid one. All I know is it's not Ashiok. Because I don't even have the mana to cast it or the Absorb. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I'm going to shock because we've got Growth Spiral in hand. Okay, so they've played Temple of Epiphany. They kept it on top, huh? Bag of Holding. Alright, sweet. That's pretty cool tech, actually. Enters tapped. No blue source, unfortunately. So let's send the Bag of Holding back.
This isn't a fight you can win. Here we go.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We missed on lands. Were we able to get, like, Wilderness Reclamation? I think this would have been way different. Now they have to find either a way to kill Teferi if they have counter magic, because they know what we're about to follow all this up with. Oh no! Tamiyo, yeah, that makes sense from the opponent's side of the field. They're gonna rip our Tamiyo. They have to fetch now, or else they potentially... I mean, they could also fetch in response to Ashiok, so they don't need to do it, but I'd recommend it. Can't cast that. May as well play Wilderness Reclamation. Alright, so we got Wilderness Reclamation. There aren't many efficient ways for Grixis to deal with it outside of Ugin and them pulling something from their sideboard. Could be Nico Bolas time. Alright, so it's not Nico Bolas time. Ritual of Soot. Alright, sure. That's a pretty good one to get rid of in this matchup. Let's do this now. Hey, there you go. Pay that 2 life. Actually, do I even really care about that right now? Probably not. Oh, yeah. That's rough. Let me think about this. So we go Folio of Fancies. That helps them draw a ton of cards, right? Alright, so we're gonna just keep milling them. Alright, we have Brazen Borrower. Yup. Let's see what the opponent grabs. Hopefully it's not like Chandra or something like that. Alright, Fires of Invention, problematic. Definitely problematic. If they activate Bag of Holding, we're just gonna 100% bounce this back. Which we are now. The Fires of Invention, that is. Cool. So now they have to figure out which one they're discarding. Which goes underneath the Bag of Holding, but that's kind of a good spot to be, right? I mean, we can go ahead and just bounce the Bag of Holding back if need be. I don't even know if they play counter magic, right? Because if you play Fires of Invention, why would you play counter magic?
I can always do better next time.
Alright, I'm going to get rid of Teferi here. I don't think I need that Chandra to come back to haunt me. I know we don't get to draw anything. Okay, so now we're back on the mill plan. I can't draw anything anyways right now, so after they draw, we'll go ahead and make them mill 3 and then get... Go. Cool, we milled a few boluses. That's pretty sweet. Fires of Invention. Yep, we knew about that. Another Narset, you got it. So that's their second spell for the turn, so whatever they play now, or whatever they get, they can't play right now, so that's good.
Hone your prowess.
And they kind of Teferi themselves by making it so they can't cast anything, so that's good. Let's see what we can find with this. I like those 2 cards. That seems pretty good. Alright, got rid of Narset. Let's keep the mill train going. How many cards do they have left in the library? 26 cards. Alright, so after they draw, we'll go ahead and... Alright, the only thing we need to make sure of is that Nico Bolas does not hit the board. Of course, they could always just draw another Nico Bolas. This is a problem. Actually, we just counter whatever they grab. Because that's their first spell, so they only get 1 more spell this turn. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and Dovin's veto that. I mean, they're probably contemplating, do they want to fire off the bolus or the casualties of war? Either way, they have 21 cards left in their deck. Definitely going to go ahead and Dovin's veto that. And that means that they're done for the turn. Alright, sweet. And we got it. Good luck, Nadari. Okay. On to match 2 here. I like this hand. We've got the ability to go Temple. Alright, oh. They're aggressive. Fabled Passage is not what we need right now. Okay. So how do we go about this? They look to be on mono black aggro. I can't imagine us doing too well against these aggro decks. We have our sweepers, but that's about it, right? Don't know if I really want to mill them all that much either. Alright, we'll just pass. So we're going to go Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral into Temple. I wonder if they have something like Rankle. Rankle's going to be a pickle. Rankle's a pickle. Spawn of Mayhem. Alright. Yeah, that card seems good. This is pretty sweet, but like we need a way to actually deal with this card right now. Huh. I need to get another white source, so let's go grab that. I think I just have to take the damage and go for the sweeper. Did not draw one, unfortunately. Let me think here. So this is another draw step. Sure, I guess I have to go for that. Alright, so we're going to take 6 here. Ooh, down to 7. That's concerning. Another spot. Okay, so if it's not a board wipe, we're dead. Oh, okay, cool. We did it. We're very good. Oh, look at that. We did it. How skilled. I must be to draw exactly that. Hopefully they don't kill us with something like an up. Yep, that one's also a little gross. Let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and play Teferi. Teferi will bounce Spawn of Mayhem back. Land? Nice. I will shock for that. Obviously, this now represents that we have like some kind of counterspell magic or something like that. Alright, cool. So we've resolved Teferi. We're about to untap. We can go ahead and Windmill Slam the Wilderness Reclamation. That's good to have. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I really want to mill them. I gotta think about this, dude. I don't think there's a world where I want to mill my opponent, right? I don't think so. I'd rather just draw more cards. Rankle. Alright, well, let's do this first. Alright, cool. That's fine. Alright, cool. Each player will draw 1 card. Nice. What do I do here? I could go ahead and just... Alright, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll go minus, go grab time wipe.
I follow the tracks of the wise.
We'll just both draw a card again. And now we wait for them to go to combat. I mean, they can go and attack me directly if they want. That's okay. I can live with that. Alright, we'll blow up Rankle. This should make it quite interesting now. Boom, we got there. Nice! Got everything online, just in time. What a meme. Alright, I like it. Maybe we might need an Ashiok to exile their yard for when we try to mill them and stuff. Brazen Borrower seems pretty helpful. Dovin's Veto does not. Go down a Rule of Law. We want all of our sweepers, pretty much. Like, I don't even know if Veil of Summer is actually good here. I'll go down a few Growth Spirals. Teferi's decent. Ashiok's decent. I don't think we need a ton of Wilderness Reclamations. Go down a Folio. Alright, let's try this. We're pretty much... What we do with the deck is quite simple. As you see there, just sit there and try to win with Folio of Fancies. If they unmoored Ego or Folio of Fancies, then we're dead. Like, I don't think we have a real way to kill them. Because none of our Planeswalkers ultimate. Like, actually ultimate. Sure, I'll keep this. We have a Fog. Alright. Time wipe. So we need a double white source pretty soon. It's getting pretty desperate here. Oh, nice. So what can they play on 3 that would make me sad times? Not much. Alright, cool. I mean, I guess IR is pretty good, but can't really stop that. They are missing a land drop, huh? Well, if they're trying to go demon, they won't be able to. Because I'm going to go ahead and just root snare them. They don't pump, huh? Alright, cool. I'll just go ahead and root snare. So no damage gets through, and they don't get to play their demon if they have one. Midnight Reaper, that's a good one. Okay. So. 3, 6, 7, 8. I can't imagine them letting me just have Tamiyo, though. I mean, they can draw a ton of cards. That'll obviously be a problem. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to draw from Dreams. Well, that's good. One of these. Another time wipe. I think these will be pretty decent for us. Alright, pass back to them. They're going to draw a lot of cards this turn. And they're going to deal us a lot of damage. 6, 8. So we're down to 7. Then we go to 5. So Rankle here is going to definitely hurt us. But on the brighter side, we only go to 2 from that. Potentially, we draw another untapped white source, and we can go Prison Realm plus Hold Up Absorb. Spawn of Mayhem, okay. Alright, I gotta find more white sources. I don't want that. Alright, we'll try to go and play. I mean, I could have tried to get Fancy and, like, what, use Drawn from Dreams? No, that's way too saucy. Ooh, that's another white source. One that we desperately kind of need. Alright, sure, I'll keep it. This allows us to do, like, two spells in one turn using white sources. Oh, no. Alright, so how do I get rid of that? Ob Nixilis. That's one I did not expect to see. Interesting. How do we beat that? I guess we gotta go look for another Prison Realm. That's not gonna do it. Let's go ahead and grab these. Huh. So, they're keeping our draw to a minimum here. But I guess if we can, like, counter enough times, maybe we'll be okay. Like, we just need to keep reoccurring Absorb. Sure, put me up to 7. Rankle. Okay, so they did have it. That was the only thing. I was like, well, maybe they have it. Or they don't have it. Because they thought they would have played it earlier. Alright. Oddly enough, that drew us a prison realm. Can we survive?
I am your inner.
I don't think we can. Let's see.
I am not truly dead.
I don't think there is a way around that. Nope, they got this one. Because if we bounce, whatever we draw, it won't matter. Because the only thing we could have then at that point is like some kind of cheap counterspell, which we don't. Alright, that was sweet. That was sweet. I guess like Brazen Borrower would have been pretty good. Brazen Borrower, we could have just... If we bounced that, Brazen Borrower would have been the draw. I mean, we got pretty low early, so that was a problem. Hopefully we can take it back in this one. Ob Nixilis, that's some tech. Specifically against us two, that's really good. I wonder if they have like Davriel. This ensures that we have our 5th land, which is what we want to smoothly get to. I don't even want to chance it. Knight of the Ebon Legion, sure. That's fine. I guess I could have shocked there if I really wanted to. Guess now I can go ahead and play Teferi. Teferi sends Knight of the Ebon Legion back. Another white source, that's good. They have something with haste. No, they don't, but they have something better. It's just a removal spell for my Planeswalker. It's kind of like haste. Alright, so we drew the Wilderness Reclamation. That's pretty clutch. So we have double white. I want to just get as many white sources as I can get. White sources and blue sources seem to be where we need to be. Alright, now pass back to the opponent. We have Wilderness Reclamation. I'll let them pump it. That's totally fine. Okay, cool. So they didn't play anything. That's good. Alright, we're going to go ahead and send the Midnight Reaper back to their hand. It's the most mana-intensive spell they have. Oh, well, would you look at that? Guess I have more things to send back to their hand.
I know my responsibility. This might be a bad idea.
Alright, we just pass back to them. I mean, they can remove my Teferi, I guess, but that's going to take up their turn. Sure. And Time Wipe with Brazen Borrower is going to be the business if we can get to that point. Oh, buddy. I got a lot of things to exile from my hand. Well, actually I have 2 things that I'd want to exile from my hand. Alright. Here we go. Brazen Borrower on board. Let's go ahead and start looking around now in our deck. It's not bad. Another Growth Spiral. That's pretty good. Digs us deeper. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Most certainly that's what I want. Three, 6, 7. Cool. And they can respawn at instant speed, so I know I can go ahead and fully just sweep the board off. Maybe I could have let that go through, actually. Waited a little bit longer, but it's all good. We have Brazen Borrower to bounce something back, whatever they play. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Okay, sure.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
That's unfortunate. Covetous Urge. I really was not ready for that. Okay. Yeah, you got it.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Well, that's interesting. Opponent's got some spicy cards, that's for sure. Kind of want to play this so they just do it again. Right? Like, they just play it all over again? Yeah, it's fine. You got it. I have no creatures for them to target.
And your world shall perish.
Send that back to their hand. Play this again. I think I like Folio here. Do I want to draw a card this turn? Yeah, I kind of wanted to draw a card. Alright, cool. We got a Teferi, so we can bounce back whatever non-planeswalker. Because they play our enchantment, we can counter that. Alright, sweet. Nice, and we got there. Oh, we won the die roll. I guess I'll take it. Well, I guess I'll start with a Temple. Root Snare, that would be pretty good in case there's aggro. Alright, so it's blue and red, so it's still potentially Jeskai Fires. If we play Island, I think they might think we're Simic Flash, so we can just do nothing. Maybe they'll respect it and do nothing. Yup. Seems good, opponent. Alright, so this is definitely Jeskai Fires. No doubt in my mind. Alright, we're gonna try to draw some magical cards here.
You'll thank me later. That's more like it.
Yep, Narset, that's fine. Oddly enough, we don't need to draw that many cards.
Thoughtfulness before action.
That was the only thing I wanted to play around, but I more so want to play around Teferi and okay, Ugin, that's a good one.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Well, if they don't play anything, I do want to be able to... I'll just play this basic and pass. Can't tap out here. Alright, so they do play Teferi, so Teferi can never resolve against us. So this matchup will be heavily dependent on us. Oh, those, our mystical disputes are definitely coming in.
Trick for this.
I've got it.
Let me think here. What can I do about this? I want more blue sources. Play Folio. Do this at their end step, I guess. In the event that they try to play like Sarkhan, we can at least Fog. Alright. Ugin's coming down next turn. Alright, cool. So we milled a ton of cards away. Let me think now. We gotta do something about 2 cards coming out of their hand. Wilderness Reclamation is huge.
Here we go.
Alright, so now I can go ahead and actually just float 1 mana. Because I can instant speed this. Absorb. Another Folio, just in case. We're not going to draw many cards, so Teferi at this point... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, cool. Their turn. Yeah, I'll counter that. Yep, resolve all. You got it. I mean, we're not killing you with health anytime soon. Not in this lifetime.
I am Tamiya. It is an honor to meet you. The storied past holds our future.
Here goes nothing.
Alright. Now we get to untap all of our lands. Do I want to mill them after they draw? That's the question. Because they could just go double spell. Yeah, let's mill them once. Okay, milled a ton of cards. Pass back to the opponent. I mean, yeah, we have to counter this. Oh, nice. And we got there. And now to ensure that they never resolve anything. Because we cannot allow for them to resolve anything. Ever. Like, they cannot resolve a single card. Or else we are dead. We are so dead. Down a Folio, I guess. Go down a Wilderness. Keep 1 time wipe just because we might need it. Alright, we'll try this. Being able to instant speed steal all their stuff is pretty sweet. like steal a Teferi of theirs or something like that. That's pretty sweet. All right, we gotta hope that we find something like Dovin's Veto early. I can't mulligan this hand away. This hand is like completely fine. But if Teferi resolves, it completely shuts our whole hand down. No! Stop! Alright, give me like Mystical Dispute, Dovin's Veto, either one. Thank you, deck. I knew I played 4 of them for a reason. I knew I played them for a reason. And now we just have to counter everything they play. Like, we can never tap out. Actually, we need to find some land, so I'll scry here. Or surveil. That feels bad. But we can get it back with Tamiyo. We can get it back with Tamiyo. Just gotta resolve it. Simple as that, right? Perfect. Now we just pass back to the opponent. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Guess we could find like Wilderness Reclamation sometime soon here. Alright, they got it. Nice. Alright, please don't be Chandra in their deck. That's all I care about. Just like, don't let it be Chandra that they're about to play. Because Chandra is bad news for us. Alright, just counter that. I guess we play Folio. I wish we had another land, but we do not, so kind of way that goes. Well, Chandra resolves. Oh boy. Alright.
Payback. I'm an explosively good pyromancer. Aw, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
I gotta draw a card here. And it's not Tamiyo. Come on. Come on. Prison Realm? Nope. Okay.
Right on schedule. I've got it.
Alright, cool. We drew Wilderness Reclamation. That helps. Alright, so we take 2 a turn now. That's becoming a problem. Hopefully we just absorb long enough. And like, I guess we could try to keep up, right, with them by doing they resolve Teferi, they resolve Teferi. At this point, we need to deal with this card. Yeah, sure. Deafening Clarion, you got it. Take 2. That's not what we need.
Here goes nothing.
Alright, we gotta find Prison Realm now.
The moon looks intriguing and fine.
Alright, Rule of Law, that was not good. That was not a good hit for us. That was actually a really rough hit for us, because now we're gonna take 3 every turn. Every turn that we wait. Yep. Smart choice from the opponent. Get rid of my Tamiyo. Doesn't matter, I just need to counter everything they play. Sure. Another one of those Deafening Clarions. You got it, opponent. Taking 2. It's not a Prison Realm. Alright. I guess we gotta try again.
Let us see if your talents are worth I know I noted this somewhere.
It's not it. Okay. So we are in trouble.
Let's try this.
We are in a lot of trouble. I might actually have to just go ahead. I mean, we're going to take the emblem to the face here. I mean, obviously we have no choice, but... Yep. Resolve all. Resolve all. Rule of Law.
Let me aid your research.
Did I really not draw a single one? Oh, man. That sucks. So we take 4 a turn now. I don't know if we can race that clock, to be honest with you. Because they're at 21 cards. They're just emptying their hand.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
I don't know if we can beat Chandra. Chandra now puts us on 4 emblems. Sure, it's fine. Yep, you got it. Blown up my Teferi, sure. So 1, 2, 3. So we do this for 3. Oh, deck, please. Oh, come on. Where is my Drawn from Dreams? There it is. Okay, cool.
The past is never forgotten.
Oh, wow, that's super rough for us. Okay, I guess we just didn't hit it, so...
Stand by. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Oh... Yeah. There's not much I'm doing about that, because they're just going to go up an emblem. So that's 4 damage a turn.
Hope it's not too hot for ya.
We can't fire this off at the end of their turn. And we know that. We draw 2 more cards on top of this? Sure. They're probably going to grab, like, I don't know what, Casualties of War or something. They probably have 1 more Chandra in the sideboard, too. Huh. We've dug through our deck pretty hard here. Hopefully we just draw it naturally here. So I don't have to keep... Okay, move this out of the way. So we have on 4. Yeah, Jace. Got it. We each draw 2. Okay, we have not drawn it yet. We're taking 4 damage this turn. Kind of hard to beat that, actually, because we don't have any constant way of gaining life. Okay, well, we're going to just have to do this. Hey, there we all are together at the bottom.
I kind of crashed.
Sure.
This might be a bad idea.
All right, so we take 4. We take 4. We have 3 turns. How many cards do they have in hand? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we grab another folio. Now I'm going to just grab...
No tail should be
Yeah.
discarded.
All right. We absorbed. That bought us another turn almost. Yeah, sure. Counter that. Keep that on top. Draw 1 card. Get this out of the way now. Take 4, so we have 3 turns now. Can we do this? I think we might be able to. Right, we drew another Sinister Sabotage. That's good. 13 cards left in my library. I don't know if I can do that. I need to get 1 more folio. That's the problem. And I know the only other one I have is in the yard, and my 1 other Tameo is gone.
I'll protect you.
Alright, let's go ahead and float this now. How many cards do I have? They have 31. So after 6 cards, it doesn't matter. They only play 1 spell a turn anyways. Sure. Okay, we milled all of that. So that's it for their turn, currently. Throw that away, I don't need that. I have to be able to kill them for 1... We have exactly about 1 more turn? Oh, jeez. What is a card we're looking for? You know what we'll do? We'll mill them. Mill them 4 more. bounce the book back to our hand.
Like it.
Sweet. Why can I not play? Oh, right. I already played my one spell a turn. So then I can stop them again on their turn. I don't think I'll be casting. So we have exactly one more turn after this. If they cast Jace, we let it resolve. If they cast Jace, we let it resolve. Yeah, we let it resolve. Cool. And then we try to steal it. Alright, now we have exactly... Okay, I think we could actually pull it off here. We have 10 cards in the library. Sure, they're going to mill us a little bit more. We got it. That's great. That's good for us, right? Check. Alright, this is the last turn. Either we can win here, or... we go for it now.
To the library.
Come on. Come on. Got there. Alright, sick. Cool, we did it. Wow. That last match was insane. Let's see if we can run it back. Uh-oh. Oh, this looks like it's Cavalcade Red. Uh-oh. How do we beat Red deck? Like, we don't have enough life gain, do we? And I don't think making them draw one spell a turn is gonna, or play one spell a turn is really gonna matter. Oh, Ginger Brute? Nice. Well, at least we're gonna get the Ginger Beats. Like, if I were to lose anyway, I'm happy it's this way. Beat me with that gingerbread, man. Oh my god.
Living in a monastery full of fire.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, they're so cute.
I mean, okay, let's see what we could draw from this. Do we even have anything we can draw from this? It's another land. I mean, sure, I guess we could play it if we wanted to. And then hope that we hit a board wipe. But, like, we have no permanent way to actually stop Chandra, right? Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. We have no actual way to permanently stop Chandra. Should probably just pack more things in the main board, like Brazen Borrower. Alright, we want all of our board wipes. As much life gain as we can get. Rule of Law, we can play, like, one. Let's try this. We don't have many ways to actually beat our opponent's hyper-aggressive curves. And right now, that wasn't even that crazy aggressive. They just had a 1-drop, 2-drop, and then Chandra. I mean, I gotta keep this, right? It's a way to gain life, sure. Keeps us in the game. I do not want to take a ton of damage, but I have to there. Is it Cavalcade? If opponent passes, that's good news for us. Alright. Well, Teferi can bounce that at some point. First off, we gotta draw Teferi, but that's not my current issue. We do need another white source for that board wipe we're looking for. So I'm gonna have to play it, pass. Gotta keep digging. It's not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Now we're running. Dude, they have a grip full of cards. That resolves. So they're looking to play light up the stage this turn. It's fine. There's Chandra. That's a well, that card is a huge no-no. That can't resolve ever. Sure. Cavalcade again. Wow. Willing to buy one Planar Cleansing and a third white source to cast it? Skewer the critics. Don't mind if I do. That's, like, oddly enough, the least threatening thing they played. And that's not exactly a good thing. Ooh. I did not. I mean, they have to play the Cavalcade, right? Like, why wouldn't they? Alright, so any creature they play now is a huge threat. I do want Time Wipe. I don't want Folio, though. Folio really helps them pull ahead. We'll try that. Yes, even this 10 Street Dodger is a problem, but you know what? I'll let it resolve because I have nothing better to do. That one cannot resolve. Chandra can never resolve in this matchup. Prevent all... Yeah, I'll keep that. That's pretty good. That might help deal... It prevents all the combat damage, but none of the cavalcade triggers, but... It's what I got. It's what I got. Wilderness Reclamation? Okay, Brazen Borrower's pretty good. Wilderness Reclamation's pretty solid. Is there a world where we're more aggressive than they are? Actually, this is pretty decent. We can't counter a Chandra, though. That's the only concern I have right now. I just hope they don't have another one. That's all I can do. Just hope they don't have another one. Okay, all of our mana's live. We kind of have some play to this now. I don't want to bounce the 10 Street Dodger if I don't have to. That's fine. Oh, come on. Chandra again? Alright. We're going to take a lot of damage this turn. It's 2... That's like 3, 6, 9. Oh, Lord. That's a lot of damage. Oh, boy. That's a lot of damage. I just didn't expect him to have a third Chandra to follow it up with, but I guess I should have, considering that their hand was so slow.
Don't worry. I brought company.
Yeah, that's 9 damage. I'm down to 4. So if Chandra resolves, we're just dead, pretty much. It's all. Can I survive that? No, I can't. GG's, opponent. GG's. I think our opponent's name is Bacon. Or is it Bakken? Either way, good luck. I'll try this. We're on the draw. Oh, boy. It's another mountain. Is it another cavalcade deck? Oh, looks like it is. Or some kind of red deck. So we have green, blue. So I'm going to get another white source. Just so I can for sure get Time Wipe on the board. Oh, wow. Super punished. Oh, boy. Yep, Chandra Tribal. Well, I guess we can't really ever beat all these Chandras, can we? Yeah, I guess we don't really ever beat this Chandra.
This is just gonna be bad for you.
Sure. Alright. Ooh, nice. Good hit for us. We want something to actually... I don't really know what we could play, to be honest with you. The Chandra's gonna do work. Alright, so we got Wilderness Reclamation on board. Hopefully they just ult or something. Well, that one can't resolve, but we don't have anything to say about that either. Alright, I think we're going to load up on Dovin's Vetoes. That's how we're going to win this matchup. Just never tap out, load up on Dovin's Vetoes.
Living in a monastery full of firebrands? That's awesome. Fire spreads fast, with help.
Interesting. I'll just fog. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and get my fog back. They can shock at me. I mean, at my Tameo, which I assume they will.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
But yeah, it's definitely Chandra Tribal. And we have to figure out how we go around that. And I think with so many Chandras, There's just no way I don't... Like, me playing a ton of negates isn't good.
Together is finished.
Like, yeah, they can beat me with their creatures, but we can deal with creatures. We can fog them, do all of that. Okay. I know how we're playing the next match. Sure. More Chandras. Not surprised. Yeah, they got this. They're just going to go into more Chandras. GG's. All right. We need Ether Gust in this sideboard. Forgot to put those in. Could try to steal the Chandras too. Folio can go down some. Wilderness can go down some. Tameo we can go down some. Let's try this. Tameo's too slow in this matchup. Wilderness Reclamation's too slow. Especially, I mean, like, it is the one of the better things we can have, I guess, on turn 4. If I want anything on 4. Oh, boy. I have to hope that we hit another land. Sure. We'll try it. Alright, we hit another land, thankfully. Alright, that's land number 4. I'll keep that. Chandra's Replicator. Sure. I mean, I can't tap out because legitimately Acolyte of Flame is like the worst thing we could get, like, they could have for us. Yeah, that one. That Chandra. Alright, now we go ahead and play Teferi. Teferi will send the Regulator back. Okay, we drew another land. We need exactly 2 more blue source, or 1 more blue source, because we have 1 in the hand. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that one does get to kill off Teferi, but whatever. We might be able to steal their Chandras, but that's what we need to do. We just need to get to a point where we can load up. Actually, yeah, I'll play that. Rule of Law right now is pretty good. They can only play 1 spell a turn. Whatever it is, I'll just counter. Unless, of course, it's Big Chandra, which I can't imagine them not having. Like, I know they have to have it. Counter that. That's their spell for the turn. Let me think about this here. I can go and grab Teferi. Teferi's pretty good. Teferi doesn't do too much. But we'd for sure have our other land right now. I think I'm going to run with these 2. Yep. They may double the abilities, which is fine. They can minus here, shoot me for 4. Yep. Seems good.
I sure hope you can't handle the heat.
What can I do about that? 2. I mean, Wilderness Reclamation will really help with that, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. I'm going to put Wilderness on the board. Alright, so they're going to discard a card. I'm going to untap all my mana. If they play Big Chandra, we just steal it. If they play anything, pretty much we steal it. That's fun. So we can steal only 1 thing right now. So we need to get another land. So Rule of Law has locked them out this turn. Sure, it's fine.
My hair is on fire? I know. This is just gonna be bad.
Alright, so they've exiled 2 cards for us. That's pretty good. Is another land on top? If there's another land, we could steal both of those. Alright, cool. I'll keep that. That's another land. Now I can go ahead and play Teferi. Teferi will go up.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint. I've got time.
And that means now we can go ahead and go Time Wipe. And if we get to keep Teferi next turn, we're going to be able to steal 2 Planeswalkers of theirs. On their turn, ideally. That's if we get to keep Teferi. They must have some pretty good cards in hand. Okay, the Embercat, that won't matter. Potentially we could steal for even more. If they play another Planeswalker, we wait until the end of our turn. Wilderness Reclamation, trigger on the stack, untap everything, steal a bajillion things. All depending on whether or not we keep Teferi. I want a better Chandra. They might have Fry. Yeah, the Pyromancer, the Novice Pyromancer, I'm not going to steal.
Another move. Stop that. Now.
Up in flames.
Sure, that seems pretty good. That's their spell for the turn.
Let's light it up. There's no problem.
All right,
Fire
nice.
can't solve.
I wish this could steal permanents. Gain control of creatures or planeswalkers. I don't know if that's exactly where I want to be. Alright, I can steal 2 things. Pass.
Don't worry, I got this.
I know they're going to want to play another planeswalker. You got another Chandra. I know you got another Chandra opponent. Come on now. Don't be stingy. Share that other Chandra you've got. Discard a mountain card or red card, draw a card. Okay, cool. So it's not just mountains they can discard. Share with the class, opponent. Share with the class. What do you got? Right?
That smell.
Another regulator?
This is just gonna be bad for you.
I don't want that. Okay, so all your elementals will be extra large.
You just let me know if you're up
Sit
for
back and
round two.
watch.
Worst thing is that this Chandra doesn't do anything for us. I mean, I'll take it. Sweet. Alright. I hope we don't reveal a counterspell, because that's like also like 90% of our deck.
No problem. Fire.
Oh, that's so bad. No, oops.
Here, have some of that magic stuff.
Okay, well, I can't undo that, so. Chandra is not very good with us, but whatever. We have to kind of just hope we find something. Of course, they're probably going to play, like, Awakened Inferno now. If we can find Teferi, we can play Teferi, bounce the Rule of Law. Yep, there's Awakened Inferno.
I'm Chandra. The
Oh, boy.
infamous Sensation.
Yep, we got 2 emblems.
Or is it getting a little warm? Let's
Man.
get toasty.
Again. Alright. That's how it always goes. That's how it always goes. Ah, and we'd have the mana to kill this too.
Enough! Oh, it's you burning. You want to fight? You got it.
Wait, what? Oh, right. They could deal 5 because things. Alright, sure.
Let's light it up.
Alright. GG's. That's super brutal. Because things. Yeah, we get 4 emblems too fast. It's over. We finished the league at 3-2, but I'm not going to lie to you. It was a blast when it worked. The wheels fell off there towards the end because, you know, it turns out we struggle against Chandra and Chandra Tribal. All Chandras are really good against our deck. Like, holy cow. For some odd reason, this Bant Fancy deck that revolves around a folio takes off. And it's in this current iteration. Chandra wrecks us because we don't have many efficient ways to deal with Planeswalkers. So we might have to look to playing these Prison Realms in the main deck. I should have probably already done that anyways, but I was being a little greedy. We struggle with red deck. We struggle with anything that's playing big Chandra, uncounterable Chandra. And there's not much we can really do outside of like trying to fog for as long as that we can. But maybe we look to cards like maybe just a singleton or maybe a few copies of Planar Cleansing in the sideboard. I feel like that's pretty good, especially when you think about the fact that, you know, we just need something that clean sweeps everything, and we can buy some stuff back with Tamiyo. We just got to be careful how many like permanents we commit to the board. If we're behind and we're obviously looking for something like a Planar Cleansing, maybe we won't jam everything on board. Just do what we need to live long enough to get to that point. But yeah, so the deck was a blast though, and my gosh, that one match we were able to win through the Chandra with 4 emblems, that was pretty sweet. Nonetheless, yeah, as you know, the weaknesses of the deck are the Planeswalkers. If opponent resolves Planeswalkers, it's pretty problematic. Teferi can never resolve, Big Chandra will eventually kill you, but when this deck works, it's really funny. It's really fun. So thank you so much for watching another episode of Fish 5-0. And as always, I do appreciate you all coming back, enjoying my content day in and day out. As always, if you want to see a deck get made, just like Sylvr did, you can always either email me or hang out on my stream. Let me see, just let me know what you like playing, what you would like to see get played, and it might get made into a video. So thanks for watching, and as always, if you like the content we make here at MTGGoldfish, make sure to leave a like and a sub, and button mash that bell icon to be notified when a brand new video comes up. Other than that, it's your friendly neighborhood Asian Avenger, aka Not Seth. How you all doing? And of course, have a good week. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you back at the next one.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.